just talking about anime. Yes, it's important to hear what they say. Argue over weapons throughout night and day. Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
Let's go, gamers! Welcome to this week's episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Today we have Animec from Anime Uproar, who's kind of okay and simping hard.
Oh, really, Nux? Am I just kind of okay, Nux?
I was gonna say he kind of sucks, but oh my god, he's a different one of my merch! Animec is a beautiful man. I love him. Honestly, Animec being here today, he's gracing us with not only his presence, but with the presence of my merch. I'm so glad Animec has successfully managed to obtain a corporeal being, a corporeal body, to wear merch of the highest quality that is not only comfortable on your nipples, but also makes you get 17.8% more pussy. This is a fact.
The data
my penis actually got larger after
That's
I started
huge.
wearing this merch.
If you go to nuxtaku.com, you could pick some up. I don't even know how you got so much of my merch.
God damn. I still haven't gotten
I cleaned
it.
the store out, bro.
Oh
I still haven't gotten it, but yeah, the data is empirical.
God damn. We also have Briggs from Nux and Briggs.
That's me. I'm Briggs from Nux and Briggs. Yeah.
That's him.
Let's
Check him out on
go.
Twitch and stuff. And we also have, as a guest on the Rant Cafe for the first time, where we will rant about things, we have the legendary Omni.
Oh, that's legendary. I didn't know I reached that status. Thanks for the introduction, man. That's pretty much the nicest thing I've heard from anybody.
Hells yeah. Most people are assholes, but not me. I am a man of the people. Everyone comes to the same conclusion, it turns out. Even though I was introduced on Anthony's interview, he introduced me as the infamous Nux Taku. I feel like that's, I don't know about that, but whatever.
I don't know if I told you about this story, but the first time I started interacting with you, some of the people I was talking to was like, "You shouldn't interact with this guy. He's a troublemaker, and he needs to be canceled." I think at one point in time, yeah, man,
Are you serious? People said that to you about me?
Yeah, they
I'm
were just
so
like,
honored. What?
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, wow, this guy sounds like a joker. Maybe I should get to know him. And
Yeah,
kind of
he does love chaos, and I'm guessing that happened on Twitter, Omni, didn't it?
Yeah, it's always Twitter. When is it not Twitter? When someone
Yeah, that's what.
Well, at this point, you're in too deep because we talk on Twitter all the time at this point.
Exactly. No, I mean, obviously, there's what people say, and then when I started talking to you and getting to know you, I was like, okay, this is completely opposite from what everyone's saying. So, just one of those things
what
where
you're saying is people should actually do research on their own and make up their own mind as opposed to just mindlessly joining the hub.
I would say it, but it's never gonna happen.
This is the thing about Nux, okay? So he is wholesome to wholesome people and toxic to toxic people. So if there's anyone criticizing him, it's because they're the toxic people, bro.
That's it.
It's true.
That's
It's
it.
brilliant.
True story.
Can
my
Animac,
mantra.
can you lower your audio just a little bit? Sorry. My ears are hurting.
Also,
My
it
ears
was
are
funny.
hurting.
Even yesterday, Omni. I love how like the whole thread that we were going crazy last night.
Yeah, we were. That was.
It was so funny. It was. I'm actually gonna read them because why not? Dude, this thread was hilarious. Like I was dying while it was going on.
I mean, every time you and Fifi start going at it, I'm just like, all right, it's like another episode, a little 15-minute gag on Twitter, and it's absolutely hysterical.
To think that it started with Fifi tweeting, "My boobs make great pillows." So I say, "For ants," and Fifi says, "It was a spider, remember?" So I said, "Not really helping your case." She said, "No, the spider that was in my bra." So I said, I wouldn't have gloves if I didn't have hands. So why do you have bras?"
Oh my god.
So Fifi says, "Why do you wear a
Burn.
condom then?"
That was
Oh!
good. Yeah, that was good.
So I said, "I don't," and then she posted a picture of herself with like a pregnancy test. So then Omni joins the fray.
I was like, hi guys, you guys are funny.
And so then we started arguing and memeing, and then we talked about how we prefer each other to Fifi's company, and we went to the DMs, and then Omni messages me privately. He's like, "Hey, baby, what you doing?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm taking a shit," kissy smiley face. And Omni says, "Me too," and he sends me a picture in the back.
Had to verify. We had to.
I've heard of bros before hoes, but this is a little bit, too much. But, to each his own. Briggs might sound good now.
Much better.
Yeah, for some reason, the computer keeps, putting it back up to 100 even after I lower it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it
Recognizing
just
the
happens out of
boost.
nowhere sometimes. It's just like it's random.
Yeah.
I hate always saying it on the podcast, but
No, it's all good.
Yeah, and it's also
mean, you-
kind of funny. Then someone else joined the fray. I don't even know who this guy is, but he's verified on Twitter, so I actually saw them in my verified tab. Games Cage, I don't know who he is, but
Fidel.
Fidel, I don't know
Yeah.
who he is. But he
He's the
mentioned-
guy that no one knows until you finally do know.
I suppose, but
Oh shit! What does that mean?
he
It
joined
means
the
like
fray,
he joins the fray, but then once you get to know him, you're gonna love him.
and he's like, "What is this thread?" Like first he's talking to you, like not realizing what he's a part of, and then, yeah.
Okay, but that thread is actually gold. Like that's content.
I think somebody made a what is it called? One of
Oh,
those
those,
Phoenix
um,
Wright bots.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I got stuck with the old policewoman lady. That was wild, but I always love those little
Oh,
Phoenix
wow.
Wright bots at the end. But yeah, I feel like our interactions on Twitter is like a mini collab kind of thing. 'Cause now we just get
Yeah.
on there, we just start going wild, and then the audience is like, "All right, popcorn time. How horny can they get?"
Yeah, so Twitter is basically Fifi's main platform, other than her
YouTube?
Fansly, right?
And YouTube.
Well, Twitter is where she posts most of her horny memes. That's
Yes.
her bread and butter.
That's definitely her main hub of horny. to call
Yeah.
it.
But no, I was gonna ask you actually, Omni, if you're a weeb, but judging that you can hang with Nux and Fifi in their Twitter discussions, I think it goes without saying that you're a weeb.
Yeah, I'm super huge weeb. I actually, I had an anime list, but I forgot to update it. I think I swapped it over or something. But yeah, I've been watching anime for a very long time, and I am currently watching, what is it called? Comey Can't Communicate, the new season on Netflix. One Piece.
Let's go!
One Piece!
That's all that matters, bro. That's all that
Piece,
matters.
So good, it's so good. I like to watch
No.
One Piece like in the gym. It's fun. To kinda
Honestly,
keep
I'm
me
so glad
pumped.
you mentioned One Piece because I accidentally pissed off like a few hundred Naruto fans in my chat yesterday when I said this. But they were like, "Yo, Nux, what's your thoughts on Naruto and being in Fortnite?" Because that's a thing now. And so my response was, Naruto just barely gets into Fortnite, which didn't even survive on the App Store. One Piece was the song that they played at the opening of the Olympics last year. They are not the same, okay? They are not the same.
Oh,
Everyone's
man.
Boys,
How
did you
did
see
you
Triggered
the?
all of the Naruto waves.
They
unfortunately.
deserved it.
Did you guys see One Piece live action? The cast got
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah, I didn't
that.
see the cast. I hope they're man, God, I hope it's good. They're live actioning all of our animes. Yu Yu Hakusho as well, like everything.
The problem is
No,
most
I was-
live action just end up sucking.
So
Yeah, but they make money.
I was under the impression that the live action adaptation would be Japanese. Clearly, it isn't. Eh?
No, it is
No.
not.
It's
So-
not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
So Omni,
assume
being
that it's gonna be absolutely disastrous because the only live action adaptations that have been good so far have been, in my opinion, the Japanese ones, like with Death Note.
The
Well,
Death Note one was godlike.
The thing is, so it is a Hollywood adaptation, but at the same time, Ichiro Oda is going to be like somewhat of a director. I don't know how much. It really I feel like a big factor is just how much of a hands-on does he really have, right? And apparently he has a pretty big budget as well, and the casting looked all right. So I'm hopeful, but it never ends up being good.
Are you guys worried about Cowboy Bebop?
No,
Yeah.
I don't get worried about these things. My expectations are just low. You see, here's the
That's how
god
you do
tier
it.
mentality.
That's
okay?
how you do it.
You
Please
keep
stop.
your
Sorry.
expectations low, so that way you can't be disappointed. You can only be impressed.
Yeah,
It's a win-win.
my expectations are always low for live action adaptations, but I am hopeful for Cowboy Bebop just because from the trailers that we've seen, it seems like they're gonna go the whole Tarantino route and just have fun with it, which I think goes well with Bebop. If you try to do it overly edgy, like with Death Note, it would be a disaster.
Yeah.
I think they might pull it off if they do it the way they've been teasing, but you never know. And obviously, if they get into contemporary woke politics in a show that's supposed to be taking place in 2070s, then I'm out. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm
Yeah.
hopeful.
I'm really hoping for a very spunky show.
It should be easier to do Cowboy Bebop than One Piece.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree with that. And too, I was looking at it, I'd be like, man, I'm trying to compare because obviously Cowboy Bebop is the OG legend of anime. It's the ones that you always recommend to your friends who haven't watched it back. You're like, start with this. It's kind of it's not too goofy. It's got a little bit of human nature to it, but something that, you could probably acclimate to. So I
Yeah.
wanted it to be perfect, but then I started watching the previews and I was like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be exactly like the anime. Just put in effort. Like, let me just see that you guys actually tried and it's interesting and I'm okay. I will keep my expectations low and not expect for it to be A tier like the anime itself. And like Nux said, everything should probably be okay. But then again, your expectations can be low and it can still disappoint sometimes. We'll see. I like John
Because-
Cho. I think he
Because
will.
did you just ban Recon from the chat?
I couldn't resist. I don't even.
That's hilarious.
I just thought
Yeah,
it'd
well,
be funny.
well deserved. So
That's
Omni,
good. Good stuff.
Omni, I always like to introduce people to Anime Recon, our good friend for many years. He's the type of dude that only watches like current anime from like all his favorite anime are like 2018 and
And
up,
forward,
right?
like Demon
So-
Slayer and Ford.
Yeah, so he refuses to watch like Cowboy Bebop and the classics. So he'll like comment in the chat, "Fuck Cowboy Bebop." Oh, and his favorite anime of all time. I am not shitting you. This is not a joke.
Don't say
is
My Hero Academia.
Sword Art Online.
Wait.
No,
I'm a Sword Art fan. I like Sword Art. Wait a minute.
No,
No,
you're allowed
His
to
top-
like Sword
his
Art
top
Online.
But of
dude.
all time, that's kind of sus.
His top
All
two
time.
of all time are Sword Art Online and High School DxD.
Take into account, he's watched hundreds of anime. It's not like he's a newbie that like has watched 10 shows. Like, I like video games. I like Sword Art Online. He's watched hundreds.
High School D. No, that's top 2.
Top 2.
Yeah, top 2, unironically.
Jeez, bro.
Like
That's some poor
people always
taste.
think we're joking when we say stuff like that we're memeing. But no, that is his actual taste, which he's willing to defend.
And he,
And he's-
honestly, I respect that
just
he
say
owns up
right
to it.
now?
He's trolling.
Can I just say that
No, he's
he's
not.
really not trolling? That's
He's
what's
not trolling.
that's what's
And-
special about him.
And
But-
he has a fetish for not watching classic anime just to piss us off.
And
That's-
something kind of hilarious is last time we started talking about him on a stream, he joined the chat because he was in the Discord, so I just kicked him out of the Discord. So we're safe.
Jesus Christ, bro. Like, so that means he hasn't watched Hunter x Hunter?
No, he probably has.
He might have because there's a
I-
2011.
I
Oh,
don't think
yeah,
so.
there's-
I don't
It's
think since
possible.
2011.
It's
I
also
don't
a
think so.
long shonen, he probably hasn't.
I'm gonna say no, he has not. That is my guess.
Yo, is Cowboy Bebop the adaptation going to be a series or a movie?
Series,
Oh, that's
Series.
good.
right?
So
I feel like-
speaking of the One Piece live action adaptation, you were talking about people that might dislike me. The creator of it and director is, well, he mentioned several times that he doesn't like me.
Really?
What? He knows you?
Yeah. Well, no, he knows of me. He mentioned he was on a stream with Rogers Base, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but that Nux Taku character bringing like toxicity into the community and stuff." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So
That's
anyway,
an honor.
Dude, what do you
I
even
guess.
do anymore? Like, you were toxic for
I
like a
did
week.
nothing.
You were
I did
toxic for
nothing.
like a week and a half.
What did you even do? Like,
I made a video talking about how the One Piece community is like really does stupid things with power scaling. That was like the only thing that I mentioned as far as the One Piece community. But anyway, not the point. The point is, I'm like, "Yo, get me in the stream." So he got me in the stream, and I, spoke to him very cordially. And then he reached out to me afterwards, being like, "Yo, I didn't actually mean anything by you." And like every once in a while, he messages me like, "I saw your latest video. It was like really well done." So I think we're good.
That's good.
And
Yeah,
he
well,
seems like a really nice guy. It was probably a misunderstanding. I just kind of found it funny that the only person the man picks out is me.
I respect that he actually takes the time to, look into the One Piece community online, watch videos
Yeah.
and stuff, do research. Because most of these, regular Western people, they're like, "Oh, what's this? Give me like the Coles notes, and then we're gonna add explosions, and it's gonna be great."
Yeah, he seems pretty into the community,
Yeah.
right? Like that's good to hear considering he's directing it. And also, just the fact that it's a series, man. They always fucking turn like a 100 episode, 50 episode series into a fucking hour and 20-minute movie. And then it's all rushed and they change everything. And you're allowed to change stuff, but I'm happy they're
Yeah.
actually doing series
So
for these.
apparently, Cowboy Bebop is gonna have 10 episodes. It's a series, so I think that has potential. Because if they just did a movie, you can't cover everything. Because
You can't encompass all of Cowboy
you can't even
Bebop.
introduce all the characters properly in the
No.
movie. It would be so rushed.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
what
see.
happened with. I don't know if you guys watched Eternals, but that's how I felt. It was just when
No, I've been over like Marvel hero shit for a while. So
So
I
I
have no
just
interest.
watched Black Widow on a plane on the way to LA. I told you I watch all of my all of my Marvel movies on planes. So I was glad to fly to LA for the sake of watching Black Widow, and it was a really bad movie.
It wasn't the best of Marvel movies.
It was it was a. I felt like the whole thing was just setting up a future series.
Yeah, that's what it always feels like.
Like,
Yeah, it feels like
it was
everything
just-
keeps setting it up.
Oh my god! You know a great prequel though?
What's that?
Arcane.
I haven't watched that yet. It's like 3 episodes, right?
It's
With
3
James.
episodes, and it's going to be getting an episode weekly, I think. For
Yeah, so
Oh.
far it is quite good. I wouldn't say it's like the greatest thing ever, like some people are claiming, but it is good.
Yo,
Dude, it
I-
has like 100% on like Rotten Tomatoes. I've
Yeah,
never
that's
seen something
just-
like that.
okay,
So,
but
look,
episode 3
it's
was
not
amazing
the best
though.
thing I've ever seen, but it was really damn good. And for 3 episodes to get me that invested is really impressive.
Dude, I was like 5 minutes in. I'm like, like I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy this. I've never played League of Legends, and then by like episode 2, I'm like, okay, I'm fucking loving this. And episode 3 was wild.
How long
Yeah,
are the
but it-
episodes? Like 30 minutes?
Like 40.
40.
Okay.
In
okay.
episode 3, they killed off literally the most interesting
Ah,
the single most interesting character to me was killed off in episode 3, so that kind of sucks.
Animac, why would you say this to the person that hasn't seen it?
Well, I didn't say who it was. He doesn't know who my most.
Now that I know
interesting
someone
character is.
dies.
Dude!
No,
Just-
Omni,
know someone
no
dies.
one dies. No one dies in the show, bro.
Who?
Oh, Omni, I'll fix it. Don't worry. He's not the only one that died, okay?
No! Wait, that actually helps.
Right?
No,
That makes
more
it
than
better.
How could you say it's a he? No!
Oh my god, I had a friend spoil Naruto for me with the whole thing with Jiraiya, and he's now no longer my
What about
friend.
Jiraiya? Sorry.
Mhm. Just something happens.
Yo, by the way, this is random, but Animac, I heard it from a grapevine, you cried at the Kushina flashback.
Yes, I did, man. I did.
God
bro.
damn.
The moment when Kushina and Minato are saying goodbye to, baby Naruto and like giving him life advice, I fucking cried. I'm not ashamed, man.
the going
That
Mary.
was-
The going Mary was more sad.
Fuck the going Mary. Bro. Just a boat. It's just a pile of wood. Just-
Knock
No, it's got a soul.
Nakaba.
Collab Better Mod or whatever the fuck it's called.
Guys,
No,
can we
but
talk
anime,
about this
listen,
actually?
I love One Piece, but crying over some boat is fucking cringe.
Okay,
Anime?
can we talk about this actually, guys? This is an internal struggle that I deal with, especially with One Piece. I don't know if it's the music. I don't know if it's because I'm invested with the characters. I don't know if it's because I have inner turmoil for years and I've never been able to cry, and therefore it's leaking out in anime. I'm not sure, but
I'm
every
guessing
time
you
I
cry
watch,
like a bitch once an arc.
Yes. No, once a freaking episode. Someone's
Oh, damn.
I'm bad, dude. Like, I'll see the little dude crying. He'll be like, yo, just tied up crying. He was like, ah. And then, now and I can't stop from like tearing up. There's something wrong where the waterworks just come on every episode, whether it's One Piece. I was tearing up on Komi Can't Communicate, everything.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
bro,
What?
bro,
I don't know why.
you should not watch anything by Jun Maeda because, like, Clannad, Kanon.
Oh, no, Clannad, I'm pretty sure I stayed in bed for like an entire week after that.
Okay, so you know.
Entire week, I was just under the covers. Like,
Imagine now you, as a YouTuber, trying to watch Clannad and then trying to make a video afterwards. You're just like,
oh.
I can't, man.
I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, and it's not even always sad. That's the worst part. Like, I know it's coming. Like they'll be talking like Odin, but I'll just be like, dang, this. It tugs at something in my heartstrings.
Okay, well, there are tiers of epicness as well. Like my
Maybe
eyes
that's what it
sometimes-
is.
My eyes
Alright,
sometimes
anime,
tear up
dude.
from like epic scenes, like in Gurren Lagann. It's not like I'm not
He's like,
sad.
"It's so
I'm just
beautiful."
like I'm so
So
like
beautiful.
hyped, bro. The like tears of manliness come out
Every
of my
time Animax stubs his toe, he cries tears of epicness. Okay?
I
So
see
you're saying
Armstrong. Go ahead.
So every cry is a tear of manliness. That's what it is.
Clearly.
yeah.
when it comes from me.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, so for me, it's something else.
It depends. For you, it's gonna depend on the context.
It's always it's everything. It's the small every time they play the music. Like there's always the sad music. Like sadness
Yo,
and
yes,
sorrow
that's
with
the
Naruto.
thing.
There's always the sad music, and I
And
think
that's-
I like the music, and that might get me as well.
Yeah, that's the thing with something like Anohana or Clannad. Like you just hear that piano and you're like, oh shit, it's going down, man. It's going down.
It's time to cry.
Yes.
I love
Look at
it.
these
Though.
bitches, Briggs. What's your thoughts?
Never cried a day in my life. No, I'm kidding.
Ah.
I remember. I think the first time I ever cried to anime was the Going Mary scene, and then once that happened, it's like you open the seal. Like I was like a robot my entire life, and then I cried once to a show, and now it's just like.
Dude, I think I'm still a robot.
And then I watched.
Real?
I watched the baseball anime and started crying on episode 2. Like it was.
Yeah, Nux claims he never cries, not even to like Anohana and shit.
I don't cry, bro.
You've never cried for anything?
You see,
He cried today
Wow.
after that bird deck in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I cried during, before, after. I feel it in my bones, bro. I'm still crying over that.
What's your weakness, Nux? What's your kryptonite? I know
So
you
my
got
biggest weakness is my lack of weaknesses. It's very difficult to.
It's very difficult for him to relate to normal people because
so-
of his lack of weaknesses.
terrible being. Was it Omni Man? That's you.
Wait, aren't you Omni?
I am Omni, but to be completely invincible, that would probably put you in that place.
Yeah, I always
Yeah,
felt
honestly
that
though,
Nux,
I could really use a pet right. I mean, a wife right now.
No, I feel like Nux treats me and Briggs like pets. I always felt that. So there
That's
you go.
not true. I only treat you as a pet. Briggs is a friend.
No, he's your favorite pet, but you still treat him as a pet.
Dude, you're so evil.
Favorite pet gets graduated to the friend. Friends.
Oh, I would cry. No. There are times where I tear up. I don't like all out start bawling like Animac does.
No, that's well. Okay, so usually it's just like my eyes water, right? Like, but for this Naruto thing, it was like I couldn't respond to people talking to me for a while. I was like, yeah, so
Aw.
Yeah, you
Oh.
stuck.
yeah, so I was a bit.
I think the last time I
was a
cried
bit-
while watching a movie was I was actually watching. Okay, this is gonna sound embarrassing, but I was actually watching Black Widow, and I felt like I was watching it for like 4 hours, and I saw I was only like 30 minutes in, and I was just like, oh god, dude, are you serious? There's
that's
another
a-
hour and a half to this
That's the
movie.
worst.
That's like when I watch some episodes of ReZero, but let's not get into that, man.
Everyone's been telling me to watch that. I actually haven't watched ReZero.
Good
yet.
show.
It's good. It's good.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, everyone loves it, but I think it's just pretty good. And then people are like, "How dare you?"
Yo, I cried to
it's-
Haikyuu.
No,
Yeah, I cried to Haikyuu.
Haikyuu,
Oh,
that's a good one. Haikyuu's
yeah.
got me to tear
All right,
up
tell
for
me
sure.
you got that one. When my boy jumping up high, he's over here making us proud. We're like, oh my god, that's my boy.
Dude, I thought Haikyuu pulled on my
I'm
emotions.
tall, so I can't relate to that.
I think Haikyuu pulled on my emotions more than Naruto. Like any part of Naruto. Or Clannad.
It's the short kid, man, but he's jumping high and he's trying his best. He's doing
You're
his
really
best.
not
know.
selling it, bro. You're
No.
not selling it, bro.
Maybe you guys are short, so it speaks to you on a personal level. Like I know Nux is short, but I
Do
don't know
you
what
know
all
I'm
mean.
short?
Oh, I know.
Because there were
I-
a lot of comments on Anthony's latest video saying, "Oh my God, Nux, you're so much taller than I expected."
how tall
Yeah,
is
actually, you
Anthony?
looked pretty tall in the in that chair, dude. Like,
No, those were like platform slippers.
They were not. I was sitting in a chair.
No, I know what happened, bro.
Well, Anthony's
Also,
Italian,
they're
so he's
really
probably like
fluffy.
4'9".
Yeah, how tall is Anthony? That's the big question, right?
I think he's 5'11".
You
I'm
wish.
5'11". Yeah, I'm 5'11".
I think Anthony's 5'11" or 6 feet.
If he says he's 5'11", he's not 5'11", because everyone who's 5'11" says that they're 6.
I am not 6.
It's
I will probably say I have not hit 6. I have never been 6.
You're
I
like 5'10"
literally-
and a half then.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you're
probably
5'11", then you're
5'10".
5'6". You're 6.
5'11" doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist, bro.
You either 6'1" or 5'8". Everything else is the,
Everything
the
between
missing
that is
inches.
just, it's a Black Mirror episode. Everything between those two heights.
Oh my god! Can you guys hear my cat meowing?
No.
Nope.
Do you guys want to see him? My
Yes.
Eddie, he's the.
Absolutely.
I would love
All right,
to.
let me bring him
Well,
on board. One
As a
sec.
fan of the channel, Omni, I've obviously seen Indy.
I have as well. I love the segments, little cat segments. It's like, and now the next news is this is my
Yeah,
son.
especially when it's like dark news, then he's just like, okay, now to chill everyone out, here's my cat.
12 people just murdered each other and their own pets in a crazy suicide ring. Now look at my pet. He's so cute.
Yeah,
would
man,
talk
these
about
Squid
this.
Games IRL are really going too far.
But in other news, cat is cute.
All right, here he is.
Aww.
Prodigal son. Mm.
Little kitty
He's so
girl.
cute.
He's sitting there crying outside the door because every time he hears me talking or making a video, he's like he wants to be in the room.
He just
chatting
wants the
about
love
it.
and
This is
attention.
the boy.
Cat streamer.
He's so cute.
You ready to go? That's it. Now he's ready to go.
All right, I think that kitty was a segue into some drama.
Some pussy? Yeah, drama. That's what I was thinking too.
Let's go. Let's talk.
I mean,
What's
he
the
left.
drama?
I don't know. Briggs is trying to get into beef with someone, I think.
Who wants to
I-
fight? Who
I
wants to
thought
fight?
he was gonna ask Omni to do a litany moment so we get more views.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
This
Dude.
that'd be nice and screen capped, a nice cancel. I was always wondered if I ever got canceled, do I make a video of myself?
Yeah, you call it taking accountability.
Yeah.
And
Definitely don't go
Accountability,
live.
lowercase letters, period
Yeah.
at the end.
No, this is
Period
how
at
you
the
have to
end.
do it. Let me
start
let
off
me
with a-
give you the rundown. You start off with a sigh, you get your cat on screen, you pet it, you kiss it, you fake cry a little bit, and you make sure that no matter what you say, you don't actually put any blame on yourself. And you push blame onto other people to the point that they don't even realize that you didn't actually apologize in the video. What's your
Yeah,
thoughts?
it's
Mention that you're in a
no.
dark place now.
Was that Travis Scott? I think that was his apology. In a
Yeah, he
nutshell.
did that too. They all do that.
No, but the only person that wouldn't work with Nox is Shane Dawson, because if Shane had a cat and was kissing it, probably not the best look.
Ah,
Fair.
yeah.
Fair.
Shane Dawson.
Yeah, I did not actually watch your segment on Travis Scott. That said, I don't know if we have the same opinion on the matter.
Well,
For those of you that are unaware, I'll quickly catch up the story.
yeah.
Astroworld, big concert. If I get anything wrong, correct me, because you definitely know the details a lot more than I do. Big
yeah.
concert, Astroworld. It was so jam-packed, people died of asphyxiation in the concert. Like 8 people died. And
Well, they died because of like a stampede or something, right?
But
yeah, they
combination
were
of both.
they were
Combination
just
of both.
squashed.
Oh, okay.
Some were
and-
squashed and some passed out from asphyxiation.
That's so
It-
messed up.
It's an actual tragedy. Anyway, so that's the basic story in a nutshell, right?
Yep.
So I hate that people are talking about this like it's YouTube drama. That's really driving me crazy. It's like, dude, he needed to make an apology video. He made an apology video. Oh, we should cancel him. This is like not YouTube drama.
No.
I agree with that. It's not YouTube.
People
drama.
fucking died. It's not YouTube.
Yeah,
drama.
this is like a tragedy. This is like a global world news tragedy. I don't think
Yeah,
we think
so,
it's happened
you know
like
what-
this to this level since like I think it was like 1999 was another concert and it was only like 2 people who died. So yeah, this is
No, it's an actual tragedy. It really is. And the fact, and people are just referring to it like it's he's in the right, he's in the wrong, YouTube drama, this, that. It's like, oh, dude, this tragedy where 8 of my fans were killed is sponsored by BetterHelp. Why don't you just go, you 30-day free trial at BetterHelp?
Are you
You saw-
serious? You're
You
not
saw
serious.
that, right? I promise you, he started working with BetterHelp. Did you see this?
No,
Where
I did not
people-
know this at all.
It's an okay. Well, then great. Good thing that I could fill you in on the news.
Thanks
He
for laying it
partnered-
on me.
I'm laying it on you right now. He partnered up with BetterHelp for people that may need therapy from this experience, that they could get a 30-day free trial if they use his code.
Jesus.
And wait, like
No,
Travis Scott did.
Man.
Travis
Are you-
Scott said
are you
that.
Oh
kidding
Yes.
me?
I
He
am.
didn't
I'm
just straight, he
telling
didn't
you.
just straight fund it and pay for it. That's OD. That's wild.
Yo,
That's
that
not
is
just
so
wild.
insane.
This man was like, okay, so yes, 8 of my fans died. I need to fix this PR and also make a lot of money.
God
Yeah, at the
damn.
end of the day, I feel like you can just say it's the organizer's fault. The people who actually, decided how many people can go in and didn't follow safety protocols,
Okay,
fire
but
safety, all that stuff.
truth
But for him to
be
do
told-
that, is
Truth be
so
told, I
ridiculous.
don't see this whole pinning blame thing. It's like that's like YouTube drama shit. Like, why are we? People died. Does it really matter whose fault it is?
Well,
I
in the-
agree.
in the-
Travis
Well,
Scott
so I
also-
think the idea here is that this wasn't like a one and done. This wasn't an accident kind of thing almost. I mean, it was an accident, but the problem was that there was prior events with Travis Scott where he had incidents at his shows where it
okay.
was
Yeah,
very
I didn't know
dangerous.
that. I didn't know
And,
Yeah, and
he would
apparently-
also encourage people to just bum rush his shows. He would encourage
Yes.
like places where people will come in and make dangerous situations actually happen. And then it just happened that so far that by him doing this over and over again, it eventually made something terrible happen.
True.
But he encouraged it. He also, there's a clips of him like, telling the entire crew to like, he was like, fuck this kid up basically because he tried to take his shoe. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, bro, like why would you tell like a crowd of people, strangers, to just come at some kid that's like worth 5 cents for you, bro. Like that's
Okay,
wild.
okay.
That's,
fucked
So,
up.
So I
So
didn't
there
know
was
that at
another
all.
thing, by the way. There was another issue with during the concert. He saw someone passed out. Like
Yeah.
he saw someone either dead or unconscious, and he basically like waved to like get him out of there.
yeah.
Like the man could have like stopped.
Yeah, so I didn't know any of that. I thought that usually the organizers are the ones who decide, the safety protocols. So I thought they fucked up. But if he's actually encouraging shit like that, that is so stupid.
I mean, it's not all on him. That's the thing. I don't think he's
No,
the
it's
fa-
not.
Yeah, it's not. He's going to take the blame because he is the face, and he had enough power to just shut everything down. There was one point where he saw, what was happening.
I was gonna
And
say,
then,
if he
like
only
5 seconds later, he like told everyone to like raise the roof and make the ground shake while like the ambulance was in the crowd. So it was
Yeah.
like he had a decision point where he could have done the most that he could, and it would have been a tragedy. But you can see that he took all the steps necessary to keep everyone healthy or as healthy as possible. But there were just pivotal moments where he saw something and he just didn't make the right decision. Obviously, he doesn't want to kill nobody. Obviously, he
Yeah.
doesn't think
Oh,
people
yeah,
are
exactly.
dying at his concert.
I'm sure
But-
if he like saw that people
Yeah.
died, he would have stopped it. I don't know the
Exactly.
The
No,
information.
100%.
If he's like if
100%.
he's just thinking, oh, someone passed out, an ambulance is coming, he waited and then it's restarted. It's like that's more on the organizer's fault. But the fact that he encourages it is what bothers me. His reaction sucked as well. But there's no way it's like I don't know. I feel like people are. It's not all on him either.
Exactly. I think people would do is I think what kind of scared me, this is not in defense of Travis Scott at all. But once the entire event happened, the entire internet showed me literally like 10 to 15 different clips of Travis Scott looking like an evil tyrant. Like people have receipts ready for you. Once you mess up once, people will go in and dig in and find your worst fucking moments to basically prove that this moment is a pattern or something like that.
It becomes a character assassination thing.
Exactly.
As opposed to an
Yeah.
individual.
And where this comes from is people on Twitter with no sense of meaning or purpose in their lives need constantly to have enemies to justify everything they're doing and their hateful behaviors. So then when anyone does anything wrong, they're like, oh, I always knew this person was bad. Unlike me, I'm good. That's basically what it is.
It's moral high ground, and it's also people love assassinating. Like people like to have moral high ground, but to be frank, like Twitter is just a bunch of assassins. They love killing people. A lot of sad, lonely people exist on Twitter, and their reason for being is to bring other people down to that level, to shit on them, to make sure that they are equal to them or at their level, or even worse, man. Like it's. When you think about happy people, they're usually not, surfing the web, making, huge 10-page twitlongers about why someone sneezed incorrectly on the stream or said a word and now they're canceled for life. Usually those people are out living their life, happy, watching anime, having sex, eating food or something like that. So I feel like the
when
energy in there is
everyone's
huge.
canceled,
Omni-
no one will be.
Omni, you can't both have sex and watch anime. Okay, those two things are. However, I know what you mean, and obviously we're not just talking about Travis Scott here. Like I don't know the circumstances of that. We're talking in general when people just start hating on people for making any sort of mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if people are coming up with clips showing that this is a pattern, that because of the way he encourages it, it's like it was inevitable that something like this could happen, and that's just sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And
then
I mean, it is avoidable. Like it is an accident. Obviously, it's not intentional, but it was avoidable.
yeah, obviously no way he wanted it to happen,
Yeah.
but it did happen. And then they would show like clips of, I don't know if you guys saw it, it was like Linkin Park, Eminem, like all these mosh pits, and how like in the mosh pit somebody falls over, everyone
Yeah.
picks them up. Linkin Park, they kept pausing their concerts for like 2 minutes at a time, and they would have their audience talking about like healthy and safety and stuff. So at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's a tragedy. And at the end of the day, they're going to pin it all on Travis Scott. I don't know if you guys know, he lost his Dior sponsorship. He lost his Nike sponsorship.
Oh no, he lost sponsorships.
Yeah, he lost money,
This
and he's
sounds
already
like
a
cancel
billionaire.
Stupidity. Like, dude, what is this?
He's but I guess his reputation, regardless of how successful he is now, like you don't want something like that looming over your head.
No, I mean, and even on a human level, like people
Yeah.
die. That's so sad,
yeah.
for sure.
But I don't think it was all Travis Scott. There's a lot of people responsible for that incident, but also he definitely played a part. So
And
it
man,
is what it is. And
I never understood the idea of mosh pits. Like I've always been aware of them, but I've stayed the fuck away from anyone who's trying to do a mosh pit anywhere I'm at. And it's like, what are you thinking, dog?
I've actually never been in one before. Have you got any of you guys?
No,
I have
no.
not. No.
I have.
Mosh pit, let's go.
I
was
feel like
just
that's
in
like
this mosh pit.
fans of like emo music used to like that shit. It's like, I want to feel pain to feel alive.
Ooh, My Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah, they probably had mosh pits.
Oh, I wish I could have gone to an MCR concert. I love those guys.
I mean, they're fine, but I would not be in a mosh pit.
Yeah, I would try it once. Well, not anymore. Maybe when I was younger. Now, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to get close to too many people given the circumstances.
Fair enough.
I know, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, how was there like overpacked concert during a pandemic? I haven't even considered going to a concert. But
Well, it's in the
maybe I'm
U.S.,
just-
bro. They don't care.
They don't give a fuck, especially kids, dog. They don't care. They don't even think this thing exists, and if they
Wait, there's a
do,
pandemic?
exactly. They do not care, dog. They like whatever. I won't die, and if I transmit it, it'd be like that. It's wild.
It's like, what's the worst thing that'll happen? I'll kill an old guy.
Kill my parents. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Anywho, yeah, I don't think where I'm at in Canada and Ontario, I don't think concerts are even allowed yet.
Oh, you're
I
in
don't know.
Canada. That's where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of us
Okay.
actually.
Oh, all you guys are
Wait,
Canada.
Animac,
Okay,
you're in
cool.
Canada?
Sometimes.
That's crazy.
Let me let my son out. He's crying. I think he's used bathroom. Be right back.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the YouTube dislike button.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this too, because
Do
for
we
those
though?
for
Do
those
we
of you
really
who
like?
don't know,
Do we have to?
yes, Nux.
I
those of-
dislike this. Is there any way for me to show my dissenting opinion?
No, there
No.
in this
isn't.
matter?
What dissenting opinion of on what?
Talk about the dislike button on YouTube.
And I want to find a way that I could show my dissenting opinion about this topic. But alas, that can't be done.
Because dislikes are no longer available.
Yeah, so this was teased by YouTube before. I remember them talking about this
Oh, yeah.
before. But the idea is, like Instagram, they removed likes completely. YouTube is removing dislikes, but keeping likes. So, you see a video, you're going to see if they have 2,000 likes. You're going to see the likes, but you won't see the dislikes. People can still leave dislikes, but no one sees it except the actual creator.
So
Now,
is it
there's-
really to help your mental health? I don't know, because the creator still sees it.
So,
No, so they're saying-
basically
they're
small.
saying-
One second. So small creators are still going to be affected mentally by it and have like issues with seeing that people are disliking their content or getting bombed by it because like sometimes there's attacks that people dislike. And then the corporations that get disliked, like the Sonic video or the fucking,
Nintendo?
or YouTube Rewind or Nintendo,
I don't
could
care.
just fucking no one like we can't even show our displease for something.
They can
Yeah,
put out
so
there's crappy Nintendo Switch online services, and you're going to see like 200 likes, and you're going to be like, oh wow, this must be a great
100% like
product. Oh
ratio.
my god.
Yeah,
And
so
it's-
the claim is they're supporting creators and their mental health by not allowing like these random boogeyman on the internet who go around dislike bombing. It's like, haha, dislike bombing. Like, who does that? Anyway, the point is they're saying, oh, we're protecting people from bullying. In reality, they're 100% protecting corporations, like the official
Yes.
news media and stuff. Because when they do some fuck up or some clickbait or whatever, and they get crushed by dislikes, they're going to be able to remove that, and then they can still link that video to promote themselves and all that other stuff, right? So it's completely stupid, and I really don't like it because a lot of the times, like let's say I want to go to a video where it's like tells you how to do something, like how to do something in Adobe Premiere or whatever. Often these videos will be complete waste of your time because people just want clicks. And if that's the case, you're going to see a bunch of dislikes. You're going to be like, okay, so this is not going to help me. I'm not going to waste 10 minutes trying to see if this guy's going to actually do what I need him to do. However, now without the dislikes, you're going to have to pretty much watch the whole video, waste your time until you realize, yeah, this video is going to help me or it's not going
That's
to
so
help.
unfortunate for YouTube. They would hate to get your extra watch time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
good point.
Now we got to do
That's the whole-
some mathematics and be like, this has 100,000 views and only 500 likes. Probably a bad video.
No, or you're gonna go to the comments now, and now instead of getting berated with dislikes, you're gonna have everyone in the comments being like, "This video sucks. This video sucks. This
Yeah, but
video
you can
sucks."
delete those comments.
That's right.
So-
You can regulate. or
You
can
know, there's
delete
going to
it.
be that one guy in the comments saying, use me as a dislike button. And that comment
Yeah.
has more likes than the video.
Yeah.
So,
God damn.
Oh my
I
I
God.
need that
Yeah.
person more than ever now.
yeah.
Dude,
On the bright
you,
side,
you
guys.
think it's just because YouTube Rewind's coming out?
Dude, we need people. I think YouTube announced that they're not doing rewinds anymore.
Yeah, they don't give a shit
Really?
about that. It's all about
But
corporate
like,
money.
I think it's gonna be really cool when the YouTube comments are gonna all start saying ratio plus you're bald.
you fell off.
Yeah,
You
I know.
fell off
Let's
plus
let's
ratio.
make YouTube into more of a Twitter thing. That's definitely
Love
what
that.
we need.
I mean, like you guys probably don't. I mean, you probably do know, but like when I'm doing my series, I always get searched, and then people send me to like a video, and I can instantly tell like, oh crap, somebody messed up. Like this video has a whole bunch of dislikes. I can see the ratio, or even if it's even, then I can tell like, oh, the person has good content on YouTube, but there's also half. Or see something like David Dobrik, he'll get canceled, right? But then he'll make a video and he'll have 186,000 likes and
I'll be
like
honest.
hardly any likes. So it helps
I'll-
you to see how people feel on that platform.
To be honest, as someone that has people that dislikes me, I think it's really helpful for me to have dislikes visible on my YouTube channel. Like, for my mental health, you know? You know how many times I get people saying, wait a second, Nux, that creator just made a video on you, and you're trending on Twitter that you're canceled, but the video that they're talking about that you got canceled by has 99% likes. What's going on?
Yeah.
It means that nothing actually did anything. You had all these people yelling and screaming and arguing, but it didn't actually affect me because my video at the end of the day was good. But if you're not going to have that visible, people will imagine it having 50% dislikes.
And not seeing how many, yeah, you're right. They'll be like, wait a minute, how many dislikes does this video actually have? It must be a bad video because he's being canceled or something like that. And you can't see the distinguishment between like different platforms, between Instagram, between YouTube, between Twitter. Now it's just a number of how many people actually click that freaking button, but it means nothing by itself. As an audience person, as a viewer, it means absolutely nothing.
However,
Dude,
on the bright side, guys,
my Twitch's hentai song got me so blasted on Twitter. There were so many people making fun of that song and saying that I'm a incel misogynist guy. And that video still had like 98% likes.
Yeah, and that video has nothing to do with you being an incel misogynist.
I know, I'm aware.
Yeah, it was just taken out of context.
Completely taken out of context.
Yeah. Well,
on the bright side, though, now we can put featuring PewDiePie and Mr. Beast in all of our video titles. And when people dislike it for being false,
no one will know. So we can say we can up our clickbait game, and no one will be able to be the wiser.
Yo, you should put like Susan Wojcicki in the thumbnail, and then a lolly, and then say "All Out War."
featuring PewDiePie.
It's got to have Paimon in there. It
but
can't be All Out War or All Out WAP without Paimon. It needs to be there.
And the thing about that too is, I feel like people will stop even bothering to dislike when you can't see dislikes. So,
honestly, I think people will stop bothering to like.
Well, the whole point of the like bar goes away because a lot of people like to drop a like to, be like, hey, I want to make you guys know that we don't not like this video. Like, it's one of those things. So when you have the like, now it's just an attendance bar almost at this point. So
yeah.
And even at that point, there's no point. I don't know.
By the way, something really interesting that I noticed from one of the YouTube tweets, because I have been saying this for a really long time, and everyone says it makes no difference, but I really think it does, and I was literally proven right. In one of YouTube's tweets, it said, they will still be able to leave dislikes, it just won't show. The purpose for dislikes is because it will fine-tune their recommended videos based on what they're disliking. Did you see that tweet?
I did. Don't they have an option where you can click a video and say not interested?
Yes, but I find that so interesting because for the longest time, YouTube's been saying, yeah, likes and dislikes doesn't actually affect anything. Yeah.
And it's true. You can dislike a video and it can still get on trending. There's no So it's just all this false information. That's why I feel like they're lying. I feel like it's kind of messed up for them to come up with this 3-minute video talking about their research team and how Professor Oak did all this scientific studies with all these freaking test groups of children with 100 subscribers saying, help me, mommy. They're targeting me with the dislikes and I need to be protected from Mama Susan. Like, no, it's all made up. It's all fabricated. And you have literally tons of like high profile YouTubers saying, hey, we're here. We're live. We're talking to you. We're saying this is not an issue. Stop. And their ears just magically fly out the window. Like,
well, a few times YouTube did actually back down, like with their taking away verifications thing. So hopefully they'll back down this time too. But I don't know, because I feel like what they want is, let's say Marvel drops like a trailer for some stupid movie that no one gives a shit about.
Yeah.
And
that will never happen.
Okay, well, some other company, Disney. Let's say Disney drops some stupid ass movie that's hypocritical and preachy or whatever, and it has a ton of dislikes. But YouTube wants that trailer to be promoted by Disney on other platforms so that they keep coming to YouTube. So they're not gonna promote it if it has more dislikes than likes. But if you can't see the dislikes, they can just promote it and not care. Yeah. So I feel like that's a big part of it.
I mean, it's
so
definitely
you hide
for the
negativity, then it makes the brands more likely to to come into the.
Yeah, and to pay to get their videos promoted.
Yeah, someone mentioned in chat the Lightyear trailer. What's that all about? Because they already had a Buzz Lightyear cartoon.
Like you're the
that
Star Command. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh well,
My boy.
it's well, Buzz the Toy Story. He's based off a cartoon.
Yeah, so are they retconning that TV show from like years ago with this movie?
mean, I don't know. It doesn't.
'Cause I like
Do you
that
really
TV
care?
show.
Like, do you?
Yes, I
actually
liked
care?
the TV
But
show.
you can still like it for what it is, even if it gets quote unquote retcon. Who cares?
I mean, I don't care, but
Animac, you clearly care, and
I
your
can
caring
complain
on
about
this
it.
matter is
I
stupid.
can
Okay.
still complain about it.
No, you can't complain. It's stupid. It's weak. It's not zen of you, bro. It's very not zen of you.
Hey Omni, what's your favorite
Unless,
anime?
unless Buzz Lightyear is voiced by Chris Pratt, in which
Yeah,
case
I
that
agree.
would be really
If-
My
if
favorite
Buzz Lightyear was
anime-
voiced by Chris Pratt.
My favorite anime is Hunter x Hunter, voiced by Chris Pratt.
Let's
Yo,
go.
yo.
By the way,
Yo, you know what would be awesome?
Funny story
If-
about Buzz Lightyear, real quick. Every time I would be watching anime as a kid, and my dad would come into the room and see me watching anime, he would say, "It's Buzz Lightyear!" Every single time. Every single time.
That's so funny. That's actually so
There's
funny.
no way that's true. There's no way that's true.
I swear to God.
I believe
I
it.
honestly hope that if one day there's a movie about Nux, he's voiced by Chris Pratt.
Oh God. Anyone
Yeah.
else not Chris Pratt, and the movie would have to go.
It's either Chris Pratt or Jack Black. That's the only two options.
My dad's go-to is he'd see me watching anime, he would say, "It's it's Buzz Lightyear," and then he'd see me watching any like action movie or whatever, and he'd say, "It's Power Rangers." Those were his two go-tos every single time. Yo,
Hey,
quite in the
White.
chat. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Quiet? What's
I
up,
love
baby?
that man. He's a beautiful
Yo,
man.
what's up, Quite? Definitely some good feedback there in the chat, bro.
Wait, Recon got back into the server somehow.
Hmm.
Who invited him back in?
Oh, I don't know, man. Someone's sabotaging you from the inside.
I want to
Someone
see. He has to
Someone
write.
is the UA traitor.
He has to write a BCR. I want a 5-page essay on Cowboy Bebop, and then he can. come
No,
back
dude, he's gonna watch the live action, not the actual anime.
in.
He already tweeted that he's gonna do that for One Piece.
That's wild. How can you watch a live adaptation of an anime without watching the anime? That's a sin.
I know people who did that for Death Note.
Yeah.
My dad did that for Death Note. He watched the Netflix Death Note.
I was
I
talking
remember
about
you- I
Death Note
remember you
once, and
telling
like
me
one of
about
my
that.
mom's friends was like, "Oh, I watched that." I'm like, "You watched Death Note?" She's like, "Yeah, it was on Netflix recently." I'm like, "Oh, you watched
Yeah,
the
my
live
dad
action
watched
movie?"
my dad watched the live action Death Note, and I was like, "All right, dude, let's at least watch like the anime version because it's much better." And he said fateful words, "Buzz Lightyear." Yeah, no, he didn't do that.
No,
but
yeah,
that
I feel like my dad also, if I was like, yo, let's watch some anime, he'd be like, you want me to watch children's cartoons? No.
Yeah, that's a sin. You can't be watching the adaptations before the actual original. It's even if you don't like old school anime, if you appreciate art, then you gotta consume it properly. Wait, who just jumped? in?
Go, quite, welcome.
Before you guys get mad at me for fucking up the layout, Nux invited me.
I
No,
did
you're
invite
good.
him.
It actually didn't fuck up the layout.
It only
let's go.
because you're not showing video. Only if you show video. Yo, if you show video, could we put him instead of Animac? That would be great.
I'm so fucking down. Let's go.
Let's go, Briggs. Can you put him?
I mean,
instead
does
of
Quite
Animac?
have your merch, bro? Because I don't know, because I got some merch here.
Quite? Do you have my merch?
Only because you haven't sent it to me yet.
God damn it. Well,
This is gonna go off of RNG. If he adds his cam, we'll see who gets kicked off.
oh shit. But that
I hope
said,
it's Nux, but it probably won't be.
that said, I did show Quite the actual footage of the truck crashing into my merch warehouse.
That shit was crazy.
Yo, there's
that
actual
actually
footage?
happened.
It's real. It's fucking real, dude. I didn't
Everyone
believe it
thought
either.
I was memeing. Every single person I said this to thought I was memeing.
I actually knew you were telling the truth because I know how you sound when you're memeing.
Thank you.
And then yeah, I saw the video. Once the truck hit the building, a bunch of little billies came out.
God damn it, Briggs. God damn it, Briggs. No, but there's like the security camera. It shows like explosions and stuff. It
Can
was
I
pretty
see the
crazy.
footage, bro?
Yeah.
On stream.
Yo, I'm gonna.
Wild.
In
So
4K.
like my guy sent it to me on WhatsApp.
Animac got taken out.
Let's go! Let's go!
Look at this
so
beautiful,
funny.
Let's
beautiful
go!
man of a man.
Hey, it is what it is.
This is a win in my book.
That was already.
Yo, I don't know Omni quite if you guys have met, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, me and Quite, I think we had a golf lesson.
We had a golf lesson and we've been mutuals for a while.
Yeah, pretty intimate. I'd say.
Sounds like
we're,
a pretty decent bromance.
Animac, it's so weird. I can still hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not. My avatar is not twitching like a crackhead.
What?
Hey, I think that's one of my greatest attributes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was talking about me. That's so offended.
No, you're okay. You're just a Unabomber in the White House.
I want a VTuber avatar so badly.
Yo, Briggs, I sent you the footage on WhatsApp. Well, it's loading. It's uploading right now.
Okay.
Does Quite's thing count as a VTuber? Because it's more like a South Park
Absolutely.
character.
Definitely,
It's so
definitely.
good.
Absolutely.
I
It's
use the
not
VTuber
see his-
software.
He literally only emotes with his eyebrows. Like that shouldn't count.
I also blink.
Animac, you
And
don't
my
move
mouth-
your
my
face
mask
when
kinda
you speak
wiggles.
either.
How can you blink? If you're... How can you
So
blink?
you got a real face and that bitch don't move. Fucking.
How can you blink with sunglasses? It doesn't even make sense, Quite.
Because they are my eyes. They just happen to look like sunglasses, prick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Get
like
up.
this. This is good.
And
So
he's
you're
a
not
VTuber. Have you seen anime,
Even,
bro?
even in 3D, you don't actually wear sunglasses, right? There's just your eyes.
Yeah.
In canon, yeah.
Can.
Okay.
I'm thinking about commissioning like a higher res one because this was supposed to be a placeholder for like a video I never ended up making.
It's actually really great though. I love it.
Yeah,
I think it came out really good for
it's
it.
kind of like iconic at this point. If you evolve on the 2D version of what you've got going there, I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically if Dream was a domestic terrorist, it would be Quite.
I feel like Dream is a version of me if I wasn't a domestic terrorist.
I prefer
that's-
that.
I
version.
respect that.
I
I
like
respect
that
that.
I was green masked man on the internet before that little showed.
I know. I
Yeah.
felt bad, man. As soon as the pandemic hit, I was like, dang. You know, well, obviously people died, but I was also like, dang, Quite
Oh my
looks like
God,
he's like, you
dude.
know, working on his.
Yeah.
Looks like
I
Quite
think-
just
I-
take advantage of the pandemic and put on a mask, and now everyone has a mask avatar, and Quite is like, you've
in a
lost
lot of
your
ways-
taste.
In a lot of ways, I think it made me palatable to a wider audience. So like, it has its ups and downs. I'm not as special, but like that means more people can stomach watching me.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's fucking
otherwise you look like a
crazy,
domestic
Nux.
terrorist. Yeah.
I
I'm
get-
telling you, it's
Nux
a legit.
calls me the
it's
Unabomber
terrifying.
a lot.
Yeah, but that's from Animac. He started the Unabomber thing.
Yeah, I started that, bro.
I mean, but you kept it on, man. You kept it living.
Yeah.
Thought it was funny.
I
Subtle
mean, it kind of
admission-
is. It is, but
Subtle admission from Nux that he thinks I'm funny.
No, I thought that was funny. I specifically said I thought that was funny.
shit on.
Not to be confused with I thought you were funny.
Also,
There's a very big difference.
Quite, we have a friend, he was using the name The Masked Man before the pandemic, and then he became completely, ununique, unoriginal.
Dang.
So then he tried to, like, rebrand as Manga Ashura or something, but eventually he just went back to The Masked Man, because, it is what it is.
Yo, speaking of the Masked Man, Animac, you wanna see something? Oh, never mind. It was funny, but never mind. Because like 1 week ago, if you go to his channel, all of his videos got deleted except for one.
Why?
I asked him, he was like, I was going through a phase. I was like, what does that mean you were going through a phase? You deleted 300 videos! He was like, yeah, don't worry.
Delete or unlist?
So he said delete, but they're all back. Apparently, he talked to YouTube, and that's how he got it back somehow. I don't know. He made it sound like they were
He
deleted.
He doesn't strike me as such an emotional type dude.
Well, that's the whole thing
You're
that he
saying
was
just from the guy that deleted his Twitter 4 times. Okay, dude.
Okay, well, deleting Twitter is just good for your mental health, bro.
That's yeah.
That's fair.
Mental
Exactly.
vacation.
Although he does say that, so his thing is like the Masked Man and Ashura are like two different personas, and like Ashura's supposed to be like crazy, so he try to like bounce his back and forth from it, or that's what he's going for.
I didn't even know that, but that's...
Yeah, he.
You could have told me that was his theme, and I could have guessed he makes anime videos.
Yeah.
Ooh, I did one with Linkin Park, AMV. Oh man, it was so
Linkin Park's so hard, dog.
hardcore.
You guys watch them COD edits like from Face Clan? That shit was so cool.
Nah, I've heard of those.
Yo, you got to see some Linkin Park anime AMVs, too. Like,
That was
they're-
the shit, man. I'm
That was
fucking
the
telling
shit.
you.
I did one with
That's-
that.
That was peak culture, man.
Omni, you made an AMV. That's awesome.
I did a AMV, and I also did one with Final Fantasy VII with Linkin Park. I think it was either Breaking the Habit. I can't remember. And it was just Cloud versus Sephiroth. I put the disc in my computer, and it took like a day to put all the data from the freaking game because it was like 3 or 4 discs. And yeah, man, I spent like weeks making like a 2-minute video, and it was godlike. but it's gone now. It's somewhere in the abyss of another computer that I've never seen
Yeah.
again.
Like I like dunk on the anime community, but I did that shit with COD clips, so I totally understand. It's like fucking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then what happened was copyright completely ruined AMVs. So in the end, it didn't even matter.
Look,
Same fucking deal with
Ooh,
Call of
that was
Duty, man.
good.
You couldn't use the songs you wanted because they claimed every single fucking video.
Okay, what
Although,
what about
speaking
now
of-
with shorts? With shorts, can you get
speaking
away
of
with
new
it?
songs, did you hear the Arcane opening song?
Nah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's
It's on
pretty good.
it's on Netflix, so I skipped it.
It's so fire. You
It's
know
good,
who?
yeah.
You know who made it?
Who?
Yo, ma.
Imagine Dragon D's nuts.
I thought it was gonna be a yo mama. Wait, you are not gonna watch Arcane?
What?
No,
I watched Arcane.
I did. I think we all watched it.
Okay,
Oh, he's
gotcha,
saying
gotcha.
you skipped the opening. He said,
Yeah.
Oh, skip the opening. Okay,
It's too
I
much
always
of a
watch it the
habit
whole
on
thing.
Netflix. Go ahead.
I always watch it at least once, at least the once time, but then after that I start skipping.
I think I used to be like that, and then now I'm just like I'm kind of lazy. So if I'm watching it on any other platform, I watch the opening every time. 'Cause I don't want to like fast forward. But then on Netflix, it just like skips opening.
You're just like,
By
yeah,
the
let me
way-
just press the button.
Omni, what is your favorite anime of all time? We didn't even ask you that, and we have to ask you
He
that.
said Hunter
It's
Hunter.
it's Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I've watched that anime at least like
Oh, man.
5 times, man. It's
Anime thinks Hunter x Hunter's like a 4 out of 10 anime.
ah,
Right?
real.
No,
mean,
no,
he's not saying
I
no.
think it's a solid like 8.7. I like it.
Oh,
But
That's not true. You did not say 8.7 last time.
that was
yes,
just-
I did. Yes, I did. I do like it, but I don't like every arc as much.
you don't like the Chimera
Oh.
arc, right? I'm
No, I
guessing?
do like it, but it's a bit slow. But I
Mhm.
don't like the first arc, like the exams arc. I thought it was like I almost dropped it.
Oh my god, that's the one that always gets me back in because I'll watch it and they'll start the exam and they have that little music with the da 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 da. I'm like, all right, okay, let me
I don't know,
watch
I
the
get-
exam again.
I guess the exams just kind of felt like a bit generic to me.
Yeah.
But when Nen is introduced, I get a lot more interested though.
Well, as a very democratic individual, I want to, since I'm saying Animac always says it's a 4 out of 10, and Animac is saying he says it's an 8.7 out of 10, I think we should ask chat and get like an actual answer based
In
on
aggregate.
Bro,
Yeah.
no one believes in
Chat,
democracy.
what
That's
is
why
it,
they're
a
taking
4 out
off-
of 10 or 10 out of 10? Answer.
they're-
What Animac
they're
really
taking
thinks? 4
off
out of 10
dislikes because
or
no one
8.7
believes
out
in
of 10?
democracy. Democracy doesn't work, bro.
By the anything below a 9 is you're getting banned off the chat. Just an FYI.
I don't want to
I
hear
have mod
your
powers
rating.
now.
Don't tell me your rating. What's
have-
Animac's rating? Is it an 8.4?
Look at
Is
this.
it an 8.7?
Look at this
or
culture
is it a 4?
chat. All right, wait. Ban Wolf Valley. That's the first guy that needs to be banned.
Just fucking telling a podcast
Anyway,
to ban their viewers.
The whole point is Hunter x Hunter is good, but I don't think it's like top.
So what's your
one.
favorite anime?
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, look at chat. Everyone is saying Animac says it's a 4 out of 10.
See, Gurren Lagann for me has the Death Note vibe, where I only accept it to being the best until it's no longer the best, if you know what I mean.
No,
Like-
I love
No,
the
that
whole
that
thing.
really
I love
meant
the whole
nothing.
thing.
Actually, I'm glad you said that.
No,
So-
I love the whole thing because I just personally it speaks to me and it inspires me on a philosophical level. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but like I don't know. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, for example, is my second favorite,
Sure.
and that to me is like much better than say Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, that's fair. These are all quality, but what I meant was with Gurren Lagann and Death Note, the obvious comparison is that there is a twist and a turn,
A
and
death,
then there's the
right.
rest of the anime, and then so
Yeah.
what happens is that people say, you know what, the anime stopped after this specific point. Once the major story plot changed into another direction.
Well,
And
you know
I
what
actually
I would
loved
argue.
it in Gurren Lagann.
You know what I would argue is better than Gurren Lagann and Death Note and Hunter x Hunter?
One Piece.
Rick and
Ode
Morty.
Monster.
Diaz, baby.
There we
Oh,
go.
quite. Have you
There it is.
finished it?
Me?
Yeah, quite. You were watching Code Geass, no?
Oh yeah, I finished it weeks ago, dude. You missed the episode we talked about it on. It's so good.
It is so.
Watch
freaking
the
good,
last
yeah.
episode with Quite. It was such a lovely bonding experience.
I need
Yeah,
to
we made-
rewatch that one.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, quite respected my Valletta love. So
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe so. It's
Don't you-
also funny that every time I get fan art with me and like another YouTuber or VTuber or whatever, it's always like super wholesome. But my fan art with Quite is always us murdering each other. I don't know why. Weird.
It's strictly murder or sex. There's no in between.
Yeah, it's kind of well, the one with sex that you commissioned that one. That's not
And
fair.
I wasn't in that one. That was an anonymous.
It was a
fellow.
self-insert character, Quite. It was obviously a self-insert character.
Yeah,
Like,
which means
this is
whoever was
so
reading it would have
weird.
done.
This is so
Listen,
Which is
let's,
funny because you guys are pretty
let's shelve this
wholesome. You guys are
conversation.
wholesome towards each other, so I'm surprised all the arts you guys killing each other.
You would be surprised the amount of people that ship me and Quite.
Yeah. Have you not seen like Minecraft fan art between
Yeah, that shit is fire, man. I love that shit.
that?
I love me
Minecraft.
some Dream X Sapnap shit. That shit is so good.
Oh my god! It's either like extreme violence where they're like stabbing each other and liking it, or just them just sex. And I'm like, god damn.
Bro, I
that's-
used to make fun of like Twilight
wild.
fans back in the day, but those
and I
guys.
realized I was a Twilight fan.
Yeah,
Is that what
at
you're gonna
this
say? I
point,
know. I knew we had something in common, man.
bro,
Then we realized he
compared
was
to-
Team
compared
Jacob.
to the modern fandoms, bruh, like Twilight fandom was tame.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Twilight like just got dogged on really hard because it was like the most popular thing.
it
Yeah,
was
but then
because of
again,
Bella,
Harry,
dog.
Harry Potter was the most popular thing, and that wasn't really hated by anyone.
It was because of Bella, bro. Bella.
I
was
think
just,
people think Harry Potter's cringe now.
Maybe
Like-
now,
Really?
but at the time,
It-
no
it's
one
like-
hated Harry Potter.
People will like have such a strong association with like millennials with it. Like I like Harry Potter personally, but it's just like people are like make fun of people getting sorted into their houses at age 30.
Yeah,
Dang.
well, I do think that Harry Potter is much better quality than Twilight, though.
Yeah,
I
rough,
wonder if we're
man.
watching it with like nostalgic glasses on, because like a lot of younger people like they go like I try to get like my little cousins into it, and they can't handle it. They do not like Harry Potter.
yeah, definitely. Like
because
it's
they're busy
definitely like a
watching
nostalgia aspect.
Freaking.
Well, is
And
there
there's-
like a
It's easy to
book-
get caught up in the hype of whatever's like the zeitgeist of the moment, and by now I'm just too. I like the world too much to let go.
Yeah,
the
like
heck-
I didn't
Yeah.
get into Harry Potter until after it was like a big deal.
Oh, for real?
I ended up reading the books afterwards and enjoyed
A lot
them
of you are unaware.
for it.
Animex like 74 years old right now. So
Yeah.
He's a little late to these things. I was reading Harry Potter as they were coming out, though. Like I
Yeah.
remember needing to wait for like book 4.
I was at Borders, sitting there waiting in my freaking costume, and then I got the book, and then I go back home, and my mom would let me take off of school for like 2 days, so that I could just
Legend!
sit there and read that shit for
Oh
like
my god!
48 hours. That was
That's
my
now that is a sick parent.
yeah. She was cool.
Holy crap,
sometimes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
my parents would not allow that.
I mean, if I told if my kid told me, "Hey, can I take off of school so I can read this 1,000 page book?" I'm very passionate about reading right now. And I'd be like, you know what? Fine. You know what? That sounds like an education experience to me. If you really, really like books, kind of thing. I let my kid do it.
I mean, yeah, public schools are not good anyway. Let's be real.
Exactly. I probably learned more in those 2 days than me
I've
being in
given-
school for like 2 weeks.
I've been thinking a lot about this. Like public schools in America, kind of poo. But like I think about like some of the ways like we get taught here in comparison to just like the rote memorization that happens in other countries, and I'm like, damn, shit's not perfect here, but like it could be worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Touche. Very touche. It could be way worse. And there's also
Yo,
an aspect where it's really
mitochondria is
bad.
the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
did.
crazy.
That's
crazy.
there's two things, right? There's one. If public schools are bad, which kind of makes it kind of good, because now you gotta like it's like life. Like you're not gonna go to life, and life is not gonna be private school. Life is public school. Everything kind of sucks, and you either survive or you don't, and you need to figure it out, and no one's gonna help you. That's public school. No one's
mean,
gonna hold your hand in
I
private
actually,
schools.
I was working on a video at one point, like all my issues with the school system.
Yeah.
And like I still have it, like pages and pages of notes of things that I wanted to talk about in the video, which never ended up getting made. But like when I went down the rabbit hole, you know how this all started? It started trying to get people working in factories, and because that's when the school industry really started booming. That was most jobs. What's the most important thing for a person to do well working in a factory? And the
Follow
answer is
instructions.
regimen. Follow instructions, follow the regimen, stand in line when you're told, be on time, raise your hand before you speak, sit here, memorize this, look at that. And none of it is actually about getting you ready for life. It's all about teaching you to
Fall
follow
in
orders.
order. Fall
Yeah,
in order.
it's like if you're gonna be in a manufacturing job, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But I think about like I was doing like some reading on like like Eastern schooling and shit, and you know how like it's very like like strict study shit there.
Yeah.
Like in America, they like have you engage in creative thinking at like more than they do, which is at all like which is very small amount, but like you get like no fucking like creative make a rap and social studies shit that like you don't get any of that there,
Right.
which is crazy.
Yeah, they're preparing them for the 9 to 5 jobs, and not just like what Nux was saying, like factory work, just for everything. Like they're just getting,
Precisely.
yeah. Dude, you guys have to learn cursive writing. I remember spending
Yeah,
so
that
much
shit was
Alright.
so
Like in 1 year.
so much fucking
garbage.
time on cursive writing 1 year, and then I never used it any year afterwards, and now
What was the
we
point?
type everything.
I'll tell you,
what's
like-
the point? Like, does it help you to become more artistic? It's not about actually using cursive. What was the point?
The only
Yeah,
thing
so-
I've ever used it for is in my signature.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And low key,
My
my
handwriting-
signature, I just like scribble. I don't even actually write anything.
It
No,
is
I
really
can't really
funny.
see Briggs' signature is just like an emoji of someone kissing their biceps. That's like the Briggs signature.
Oh yeah.
It
My
is
handwriting-
funny that you
my
talked
My
about the
handwriting is
cursive though.
actually terrible, so I'm so glad that I was born in an age of laptops, bro.
Oh, major
Yeah.
dub for us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's funny you
By
guys
the way,
not, like, doing
Mac
cursive.
and Briggs, I did send you both the footage of the truck crashing into the warehouse on WhatsApp. I don't know if you saw
Yes.
it.
I
I did
watched
see
it.
it.
That's actually fucked.
It's nuts, right?
The Billies,
I mean,
the Billies
like,
were
why
crazy.
out of all the warehouses in all the towns in the
I
world?
don't think it was a targeted attack. Okay, I'm not putting that off the table, but I do believe it was an accident.
Is this
okay?
going to be a video? Are you going to make this into a video? This sounds like
There's no video. A truck crashed into the warehouse. That's it, and it has nothing to do with me.
And then
If you were worth
conspiracy
your
theory.
salt,
My
if
bird's
you were
there.
worth your salt, you could
Conspiracy
get that in
theory.
10 minutes.
you can do
Sorry?
you can do that a 2-hour conspiracy theory Shane Dawson video.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, dude.
we're basically
Bro,
saying
Shane
if you were a
Dawson
good
conspiracy
YouTuber, you
videos
get
are
10 minutes
so
out of that bitch.
boring. Oh man, I try to watch those Shane Dawson conspiracy videos or whatever, but like 80% of it is just him like
I haven't
doing
watched one
nothing.
actually yet. Actually, are they good? They seem to have a lot of
I watched
likes.
his first
most
one.
of it is just him doing nothing. Like it's not even like it's just like him preparing. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, cool. Like, bro, like cut that out, man.
Dang,
But
I
then
think
how
the
would he get his
last-
watch time, bro?
I guess, but
The last video I seen from Shane Dawson that I thought was actually okay was when he was doing that Jake Paul series, the dark side of Jake Paul or whatever. And he was basically doing a whole documentary on JakeOl, and I was like,
I
this
thought
is
that
actually pretty decent. I was like,
I mean,
this
I
is
thought that series was kind of ass, but I'm glad you liked it. I
I-
like. You know, my favorite part of that series. My favorite part was when he went to a psychologist and started talking to her about how everyone is actually a sociopath. I thought that was
Oh yeah,
really-
yeah.
Bro.
that whole, everyone that was watching that series then was like, "Yo, I'm a sociopath too."
no, he
Jesus
also
Christ,
he also
dude.
says that he is an empath.
Yeah, I also thought
Dude,
was
that
cool.
shit pissed me off. Like when he was calling himself an empath. Like I wanted to bust a fucking gasket every
What's the
time. he said it.
definition of empath?
You feel other people's emotions more strongly. Like if you like are that in tune with other people's emotions, you don't fucking call yourself an empath. Like that's
Like
very.
I think that
self-aggrandizing.
my intro to videos should be. So guys, I just wanted to let you know that as someone as humble as I am, I wanted to take this time to say I'm very cool. Now let's just jump right into the video.
Yeah,
But
no, exactly.
it-
It's when Nux is like, "Hey guys, I'm super humble, but yo, my latest video was fucking amazing, and I worked so hard on it, and it was really good.
True,
So
true.
you know, guys, I think it was really good, and it objectively was. So check it out."
Yo, I saw it like
Not
100
bad.
times.
The
Jake
Low
Paul
key,
stuff,
Nux.
I want to say.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Uh,
So Omni with the fucking. All right.
What's that?
Which one of us is going?
all right, mine will be super quick. I was supposed to call out Nux at least like 100 times. Now you said that your newest video is the biggest, most craziest thing you've ever done. How many times can you do that, Nux?
Well, I'll have you know I'm changing up the intro structure for all of my future videos. So starting from my next video, you will probably never hear that again.
Hype.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But Omni, I was saying with the Jake Paul stuff, I enjoyed that as it was coming out, but I think we liked it because when it was happening, Jake Paul was like at the peak of his like controversy, and
Yes.
like Shane was fucking stringing us along, promising all this like gooey information, like in an interview with like his allegedly abused ex and shit that like kept taking longer to come out and stuff, and like we were just like clamoring over ourselves for anything at the time.
No, I 100%.
then
It's
you
like it
had
was like the
at the
flavor
end-
of the month, and it was just like nothing else was on that was like as big as that. So it was kind of like, all right, let's follow Shane Dawson into the mind of Jake Paul kind of thing. And I guess I was along for the ride, but then it got a little bit bumpy along the way. I don't even think I finished it.
I could not go back and watch those now. It was only because I was watching them in the moment.
Didn't age well. Didn't age well.
Especially because at the end it was like, you know, Jake Paul and him sitting there looking at each other, and he's like, "Jake Paul, did you know that you advertise to children?" He was like, "I don't advertise to children." Oh,
That's bullshit, man. I don't do that. That's bullshit. I don't do that.
you know what's kind of funny
Good
though?
times.
Unironically, since the stance on the internet is so funny because I feel like when that video came out, everyone loved Shane Dawson and hated Jake Paul, and right now, people hate Shane Dawson I think more than they hate Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, of course. He's
Yeah,
out there
I mean-
boxing. He's out there knocking
Jake
people
Paul's
out.
making the better content right now, man. Fucking them boxing matches is great.
But I will admit that I liked Logan Paul's Flat Earth documentary. I thought it was hilarious.
That shit was funny.
I think Logan Paul's a funny person. I'll
Dude,
be honest.
I think Logan Paul is a great creator. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
like
he's a
I
really
know
good
he
creator.
had his his phase or whatever, but like his impulsive and like the stuff that he makes, the whole things with the Pokemon card, like this man just is always creating stuff. Obviously, he has like an entire squad behind him helping him, but like when you compare him like from Jake Paul to Logan Paul, you're like, I see Logan Paul as like much more of an unproblematic creator versus Jake Paul is just trying to stir up
But-
shit now at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't personally I don't give a shit about the problematic part.
Yeah.
But I do think that he scrubbed some shit. Like his video, I can ride your girl with no handlebars. Like he deleted it and shit. That was
yeah.
Well, at that point, it was
Oh,
just that man was in a PR nightmare. He
Yeah.
really,
yeah, true.
yeah. Honestly,
Damn.
see, that's another example. Why were people hating on Logan Paul more than people
Because
are
of the
Because
forest.
it's a Japanese thing.
The
yeah.
forest.
compared to
remember?
what's going on with Travis Scott right now? They're
I
not
mean,
comparable in
I
my
feel
opinion.
like
There's
Travis
always-
is getting a pretty large amount of backlash right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's always the flavor of the day. Like there's the cancellation of the day where everyone's going to be on top of somebody's ass until tomorrow where they'll be on top of somebody else's ass. And right now the ass is Travis Scott because of this tragedy. But then eventually someone else's cancellation thing will overcompass and take over the news. I've been doing news for so long, man. It's crazy how people will just forget and then just move on to the next person. And then the only time they will remember is like if Shane Dawson comes back. Then it'll, hey guys, wait a minute. Remember we were canceling him a long time ago? And it'll come back.
Bro, look at
The
James
thing
Charles.
is, the thing is,
James
with this,
Charles was canceled 18 times.
David Dobrik, what is cancellation? That's a good topic. What do you guys consider being canceled now on the internet?
I think cancellation exists. It's a
It
figment
doesn't
of the
even work.
imagination.
I think it's real, but it's not as whole encompassing as people think it is. Like
Well,
it doesn't.
Expand on that.
Other than Leafy
It
is
could
here.
it could like take your legs out from under you, but like realistically, unless you're dead or in jail, like you can't, like nothing can physically stop you from coming back, short of like
Unless
being
you get
deplatformed.
banned on YouTube.
Unless you get like Leaf Feed or
Short of
No.
being deplatformed, yeah.
Okay, but that's getting banned. That's not getting canceled. Canceled is the implication of canceled is that it's a social construct that socially speaking, we are not accepting him. That is what cancellation is supposed to mean. But does it actually do anything?
No, 'cause
Well,
it's
sometimes
temporary.
cancellation can lead to deplatforming.
True.
Yeah. And it
I
also
think-
depends. It depends because if you're a big creator, like, David Dobrik, people can cancel you, but you have enough core fans that you're fine. But if let's say you're smaller and you have a day job and you get fired from your day job because of like Twitter drama and shit, like I think then it's a problem.
Right.
Yeah, with David Dobrik specifically, like that dude's fine, obviously, but he is operating at a lower profile than he was before all this stuff. Like he's not getting the late night appearances, he's not getting the same amount of invitations. Like he's still got a decent level of mainstream acceptance, but like he's not unaffected by it since then.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he would be much bigger at this point. We could be seeing things that we don't see if
Well,
none of
I
that
mean,
did happen.
So you're saying that's it's the cancellation that did that. I think David did it to himself. If he would have continued making content and acted like it didn't happen, we would not remember it
You
happening.
think so?
Yeah.
I
Is there
don't
an
know.
example of a person who's gotten canceled and just kept making content and just left and then it didn't?
I feel like
Keemstar.
Keemstar
he
is
left
an
for a
enigma.
while.
He's an enigma.
Not.
That
He's
that
not
man.
an enigma.
You don't
He's
think
not.
so?
No, I don't.
But he feeds off negativity and hate. So he feeds off cancellation energy. Like
He
David
doesn't-
Dobrik and
he
all of
doesn't
them, they're
get
not
bigger
about
when
that.
he gets canceled.
I
at
thought
all.
he does.
he lost a lot of
PewDiePie
followers.
is
and
another
then bounced
example.
back.
PewDiePie got canceled harder than anyone. Okay. Maybe not anyone, but he got canceled really damn hard. He just kept uploading videos every day.
He got off Twitter. That was a good idea.
Yo, Nux, what happened with that whole Steve will do it Milk Boys thing you were telling me about? I feel like
But-
Steve just kept on uploading, never really addressed it from what I see. 'Cause I watch like whatever he uploads, but I haven't really
Yeah,
been following the drama that you told me was gonna drop on him.
There
I
was
watched the
crazy drama.
whole series from CoffeeZilla and Some Ordinary Gamers, and I mean, there's a lot of like shady shit happening, but unless like someone actually sues them or like cops take action, nothing's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I was.
I feel like Steve is pretty likable, that he could get away with a lot more than other creators.
So Steve, okay, I don't know. I should probably not say most of. Omni, you were actually in the call with me and Muda when.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I should say that publicly, but in the video himself, Steve was like, "Is there anything I could do to make it right?" And he dropped those sponsors. So something definitely happened. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
so
the whole-
Steve was in CoffeeZilla or Muda's video.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't
But-
really addressed it on his channel from what he says. And
No,
like,
I don't think he has.
I feel
but
like, I don't know, I
to
think
be
he could get
honest,
away with a lot more.
I think he can as well. But
Like,
again,
Loki, he could have literally
cancellation
scammed
means
Death Note,
very
like,
little.
fuck it. I like him.
Cancellation means nothing. It's a figment of the imagination.
Okay, I have a question for you then. So you know how I'm playing around with this like fake NFT thing on my
Yeah.
on my thing right now, but technically I have like almost 100 different versions of me now,
Yeah.
and counting. And I was like, what if I did turn this into an NFT? Like literally legit said, hey, now there's an Omniverse NFT.
Okay.
What happens to me? What happens to me?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You,
Really?
I'll be honest. Some respect that people have of you would be lost, but nothing would happen.
So you don't think I
Nothing would
would
happen to
lose
save a couple of
subscribers
people.
or lose
No.
viewers or public?
No,
Like,
I don't think so. I think a
Well-
few people would be disappointed in you that you did a cash grab, but I literally don't think it would do anything to you.
It also
It
depends
would
like how you
Probably be
handle the
mostly the
project.
reputation, yeah.
It depends how you handle the project. Like if you're actually using it as a way to just take money out from people, that would be one thing. But if you're like, yo, this is a project we're doing as a community, it's not about the money, it's about having fun, and you do it that way, and you're not like, you know,
yeah. Like I have no plans to actually implement it, but I did see the power after it started happening. I was like, holy crap, this is literally, someone messaged me and was like, you could literally turn this into money. I'm like, dog, like I've had so many people reach out for me to make a freaking coin and then crypto and fucking NFTs. I'm like, god damn, I'm like, these people literally want me to take advantage of my audience. There's so many people out there doing that. But I was just like, okay, so figuratively, I do something, Omni creates an NFT. Then people start making videos about how Omni is destroying the planet and he's not who we thought he was. I feel like that's going to hurt me. I feel like that's going to hurt my reputation. Like,
I think
I
you're
think
thinking of
that-
Omni Man.
I'll be honest,
You
dude.
said Omniverse, and I really thought you were talking about Ben 10.
I know I called my NFT the Omniverse just for fun, just to
hilarious.
take it to the Bented.
I mean, I'll be honest. You'll get hate. Your videos will get dislikes. Not that people could see them. And you'll have a rough month. And if you just keep making content
Then
at the
it'll blow
quality
over.
that it is, it will be
Yeah.
gone in a month.
You might be right. You might be right.
I think if it's
I
a crypto
genuinely believe
scam,
it.
it could be way bigger, obviously, and you shouldn't do that. But I think NFTs could be fun. You could make them into a
but
fun thing.
Listen,
I-
look at
I
FaZe
pers-
Banks. FaZe Banks has been implicated in a lot of shit all the way since back the CS:GO Lotto days. And
He's
Yeah,
the
I think
Lotto,
that's just the nature of his
Paul
audience, though.
assault
Like,
cases.
it depends who your base is. Like, Omni's fan base would probably, like, not... Well, Banks' audience doesn't care as much as, like, someone like, one of us would that are, like, on the internet more.
yeah, no one cares about your stuff quite.
Yeah, obviously.
How
You
can
can
you
do
say that?
whatever
I
you
care
want.
about quite Animac.
No, I'm saying he could do whatever he wants. His fans are just there for the memes. They don't give a shit.
Like
I think
someone
it
like
also
I've
matters
never,
too,
like,
like I
nobody
think it
cares
also
about
matters like the person, like the content
Yeah,
creator. Like,
100%.
if there's
Exactly,
if there's like
exactly.
somebody like Nux, like if you do a Nux, people expect you to do crazy shit kind of thing. So when it kind of
Yeah,
happens, it almost
exactly.
feels like it's on brand.
Yeah.
So
Nux
it's
coin.
like, whereas like me, no one expects me to go out there and do something wild. So if I do, it stands out even more, and then
Look, even
it creates a
exactly.
bigger divide in my community, basically.
Dude, if FaZe,
I have
if
seen enough people get canceled to know that I really think that the only thing that matters when it comes to cancellation is
That's how you handle it.
how you handle it.
how they treat it. If they ignore it, 99 times out of 100, I think nothing will come of it.
It also
See,
depends the
see, that's,
extent
like,
of what
no
you're getting
nuance
canceled
thing.
for.
Like, but again, but then it's not the cancellation that does it. Like,
Yeah, if
if
it's
you have a guy
illegal
on
stuff,
YouTube that's a pedophile and he gets canceled for being a pedophile, he's not getting kicked off YouTube because he's canceled. He's getting outed because he's a pedophile. He's
Yeah.
going to jail.
Not even that. That doesn't even keep people down all the time.
Yeah, God
I
damn.
know, you'd be surprised.
Anyway, I was just trying to say, someone like
Mini
FaZe
lad
Banks or Steve will do it aren't like their persona or whatever like content they make. They're not known as good guys or family friendly. Like someone like
Right.
Logan Paul or fucking Jake Paul back in the day had this like Disney-esque look, so when they fuck up, the cancellation's huge. If Steve will do it,
Yeah.
fucking sold drugs to some kid, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, like,
Like that's
be like,
on
"If you sold
brand
drugs to
actually.
me, I
Actually,
wouldn't say no."
there's some people that you can literally cancel yourself and you will get more fame and viewers for doing so. Like
Well, that's literally Nux. Like that's his whole shtick now.
yeah, now you purposely get canceled and people are like, damn, I
don't know
like
what
this
you're
guy. He's
talking
getting
about,
canceled.
okay? I
look,
don't
I
know
Well,
should-
what
Nux is honestly
Pleading the
brilliant.
fifth.
I wanna take some time to praise Nux because
So-
he's put it in a way where if you try to cancel him, you're only making him stronger, right? So anyone trying to cancel him is just gonna be laughed at. I've seen this. I've seen people criticize him on Twitter. It's like, oh, he used an insensitive word, and all the replies are like, bro, that's Nux. He did it just to fuck with you, bro. It's just a meme, bro. Like everyone just like flooded that person. It's like, who's gonna keep trying after that? No,
There's people
no.
with chaotic energy that can turn cancellation into a power that strengthens them. Like
Wait,
that's
thank you guys. Thank you.
that's nuts.
Yeah, basically
nice
anyone
of
who
you.
reacts negatively to Nux is just taking the bait. in
It's
everyone's
basically this
opinion,
thing I put in
so-
general chat.
Oh god.
Yes.
I'm scared.
Well, I'm gonna have to start getting edgy or something like that, and then eventually
Nice,
we'll
dude.
see.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I have fun. I have fun. But I like that the chat's takeaway is so basically what you're saying is Nux should make a crypto scam.
But chat
how
doesn't
about
know this,
you-
but I've approached Nux multiple times about ripping off his fan base, and he's
Right?
rebuffed me at every time. It's not cool.
Dude, I'm legit so nice. People don't understand how
You
kind
should
and humble
you
I
should
am.
trick me into actually doing the NFTs, and then we get rich, and then I say I'm sorry, I didn't realize it, but then
Yo,
we keep
yes,
the money anyway.
he could be your
Your fall guy.
Your fall guy.
yeah, my
Pepper
fall
guy.
guy.
What's
And then
his
so
name?
you
Pepper.
absorb it, we blame it all on Nux, and it's a win-win, and you get more power.
Yeah, it's Nux can be Sam Pepper. He started it all, but his fans don't care because it's just a meme, bro, and it works.
Easy dub.
Wow.
Yeah, Nux will be like, well, it was a crypto scam, but I told you it was a scam when I dropped it. And I'm like, hey, it's a game of chicken. Last one out loses. Let's fucking go. I make all the money.
Alright,
That
thank
would
you
actually
guys
make a
for
good
the
video.
idea. Appreciate it.
The
That's very
rug
nice
pull.
of you.
The rug pull. Last one out loses all their money.
Ugh,
Rip.
this is so sad.
But yeah, I guess I agree with you guys with the cancellation. It's just always a wild concept to think about. And I didn't it stem from the whole concept of like, when did it start? Was it the whole Me Too movement? Was that when it really became like a word?
No.
When it like getting canceled become? Who was the first person to get canceled?
I
It's
want to say
Twitter.
the first per time like I've seen canceled used was like 17, 18 times, like 2017, 18.
Yeah.
Like as a
I
word.
think in terms of
I was thinking back even further when Abraham said there was one God and Nimrod was like, "Bro, you're canceled," and they threw him in a fiery furnace.
no.
No.
So we're talking again. We're not talking
Like
about
maybe
like,
Bill Clinton.
We're not talking about like stuff legal or anything like that. We're talking about specifically like internet drama and canceled
Yeah.
over internet stuff.
Oh.
And I think
Yeah.
I think that's Twitter really accelerated that shit.
It started like in the like T communities and shit because they were always like more like trigger happy about like the drama stuff between like
I think you're
beauty
right.
channels.
I think
And that
you're right.
carried over.
Was
Yeah,
that
and a
was
lot-
it, was
a
it
lot of them
Tati and
are-
James Charles?
And now
Was that
people
the
say it
whole
in
thing?
in like fucking Congress like it means anything.
Was that the Tati James Charles thing that was going on?
Oh no,
Maybe that
that's
was.
not the first.
It-
Cancel,
I've seen it used earlier before that, but that was probably like the most high profile T canceling at the time, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because all of them are such hypocrites. Like they all have these like fake woke standards, right? So it's like, oh, I'm such a great person, and I stuff like that. But then it turns out that behind the scenes, they're all like bullies and shit. So then when that just comes out, they all end up canceling each other.
And to me, it almost comes off like most of them are just like dudes doing dude stuff, and then like it gets blown out of proportion like when it gets put on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
some of that too. It's like, oh, he said something mean to someone. It's like, oh, it's because he's always been a piece of shit. And look at the receipts, bro.
You know, I haven't really watched any T channels. What are some like popular T channels? Like I know
Don't say
about
that-
like T Spill, but
don't
that's
say
it.
their names on this podcast, please.
Oh my bad.
So I sorry man, I have a list in my head and I need to read it out now.
God damn
The
it.
channels couldn't get any worse. The next Quite video.
We don't have to.
I've had
You
one on
don't
my list
understand-
on just making them on T channels.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Man, I really want to know. We can talk about this later.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
because
I think
yeah.
I think we need to go back to the real topic of this podcast, and that's Nikocado Avocado.
God
And that's
damn
a good
him.
place to wrap things up, gamers. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being here. I appreciate it. It was lovely.
Yes, it is.
Who we don't need to talk
Omni and
about.
Quite, Omni and Quite, pleasure chilling with you guys and chatting with you. And yeah, Code Geass is a great anime. I'm glad we all agree.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, Code Geass is definitely top tier S plus.
Oh yeah.
And there's Briggs in time to say goodbye. Briggs,
Hey,
he can't hear
Briggs.
us yet. He can't hear us yet.
I hear you.
Briggs,
What
we're
up?
about to sign off. Thank you for being you, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, and thanks for having me on board. This is is this the first time I accepted your collab next? I'm trying to think. Is this,
This is
it?
the second.
This is the second? I can't. Oh yeah, we already did the first one already. That's right. Yeah, man. This is the second collab. I've always wanted to collab, but I'm like shy.
Antisocial.
I'm
True
shy.
story.
I am. I'm antisocial and I'm shy. And
But at
whenever
least
I
you'll
make a
have
commitment,
I
Well,
mean, to
my
be
life.
fair, I know that this may sound weird to you, but Quite also never really collabed with people, and now we collab all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah, I collab all the time with exclusively Nux. It's
I
great.
know it's great.
He just tells me where to be, and I meet all sorts of people.
yeah, Nux makes it really easy. He's like, "Hey, do you want to be here at 5?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can actually do that." I don't, you know, it's weird. Like when you invite me, I don't feel like, okay, I gotta go do a thing and it's happening. But so with other people, sometimes I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's like commitments to do things. I just start feeling anxiety about it. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it's
why.
cool
And
that
then when I
Nux-
do it, I feel good. I'm great.
Nux makes you feel like you have a choice, even though you really don't, and that's the
Isn't that
that's
great?
the
Yeah.
trick. Yeah.
See, that's how to really manipulate your friends.
Is this gaslighting your friends? This is perfect. How to
Hey, if
gaslight
I feel
your
good while
friends.
being gaslit, then feel free.
Oh
Yeah, man.
shit, we're gonna
Hit
be
me
on
up with
T
that.
channels if we keep talking about gaslighting. Anyway, guys, thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks
joining
for-
us. Go ahead.
Thanks for letting me cast Crash as usual. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
and thanks for
Always.
letting me guest star on here. This was really fun. Feel free to invite me at any future time.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Sure.
yeah.
Everyone in the chat, thank you guys. Briggs, I hope you're enjoying your pasta.
My spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yes. Until next time, see you, Space Cowboys.
Bang.